Hello, everybody. Today we are going to talk about the right way to being angry. Yes, there is a right way to be angry. You don't have to suppress all your anger. You do not have to, contain it, control it, or so on and so forth. There is a right way to be angry. And today we are going to look into how we can exactly accomplish this cherished desire. So, first of all, before going into that topic, my name is Karthik. I'm Karma, the life coach. And today, first, let's understand how anger happens. How does anger happen? So, if you look at it, the primary reason why anger happens is because there is an opinion war. So you believe something, and someone who you are angry with, or someone who you are about to get angry with, has a different opinion on a subject matter of common interest. So there then is where you basically have an opinion war with the other person. Now, what happens when there is an opinion war is when people are mature and able to handle the conflict of opinion, it goes in a positive direction. But when they do not have that maturity to handle this opinion conflict, they then walk into a lack of understanding between each other. Okay. And understanding is the root of lack of understanding is the root of all evil, basically. So when you're not able to understand the other party and able to come to a common ground, able to come to a nice place in between, that is when you have this lack of understanding, and then the opinion war infuriates. And then in the next stage is where you become really, really angry with this person, and then there is all sorts of fights, tussles, conflicts, and then not talking to each other and all that sort. So now let us talk about how we can then navigate this issue and come over this process of anger and use this anger constructively, and also get angry in the right manner. So the first step in the process is, as you see on the slide, it is about you understanding your internal conflict. So the first thing is, do you even know what you're going through right now? Before you even stepped into this conflict war, into this opinion war with the other person, are you in the right state? Are you in the right state of mind? Are you at a pleasant state? Are you at a settled state? So the first thing you want to look for is, are you internally conflicted in any possible way? Okay. Once you are aware of what kind of internal conflicts you might be going through right now, which might then, exaggerate your reactions to the situation that is in front of you, then when you're aware of this internal conflict, you will more be able to control the situation by being aware of the internal conflict that is happening within you. And the second step is acceptance. So the most important thing, guys, here is, once you're aware of your internal conflicts and once you're aware of your own self, then the second step is accepting what is happening in front of you. So what I mean by acceptance is, there is an opinion war right in front of you, obviously, which is very apparent and evident. So many people, when there is such an opinion war, they come to a judgment on the other person. They start saying, oh, this person is like this. Oh, that person is like that. Oh, he's a cheapo. Oh, he's unbearable. Oh, he's intolerable. This, that, whatsoever. Now, before labeling this person as such, we never, ever take the opportunity to understand why that person might be behaving that way. Okay. Now, that understanding happens when you try to deep dive into that story of the person. For example, I'll give you an example of this one incident when I was on the road and I was trying to cross onto the other side, and I gave a good indicator for a long enough time, but this guy just streamed past through me at full speed and gave me one or two odd language outputs at me. And then immediately what I did is, although there was that instinct to become angry, what I tried to do was, I tried to look at a plus sign on the top of his head and try to log into his story. Okay, maybe his wife is treating him badly over the last couple of weeks. Maybe his employer is frustrating him over the last 6 months. Maybe he's not able to go to sleep without alcohol, and there is so many maybes like this which I have no idea about. So before judging this person, what is important for me is to try to understand why this person might be behaving that way. So once I'm aware of his story or his why that he's doing this thing, then I'm in a better position to be able to accept this person. Because remember, guys, we will always find it easy to accept a story rather than a person, because with a person we have an ego conflict, but with a story it's a nice narrative and we will be in a better position to be in the space of compassion. And then the third step obviously is to go for proportional consequence. Now when something wrong happens, when people irk you, ire you, or anger you, majority of people think of consequences way beyond proportion to the actual event that happened. So I do get that, when I ask you to go into the mode of acceptance, you might be taken granted for your entire life, and you definitely don't want to be treated like a doormat. I do understand that, and I respect that, and even I wouldn't like to be treated like a doormat. So there has to be a consequence, and a society without consequence will be a chaos. So 100% we need a consequence. But once you achieve this acceptance after being aware of your internal conflict, you have to then come to the even ground of a proportional consequence and not an out of the box, an exaggerated consequence. Okay, so this is the three roots, this is the three things you want to do to be angry in the right way. First, you become aware of your internal conflict. Second, you try to accept the story of the person, you look into their why of doing whatever they are doing. And then third point is then you go and decide for a proportional consequence. So for example, if your partner has irked you, or if your friend has disappointed you in some way, okay, it doesn't make sense to throw a fist fight for a week, or go leave the home for a month, or things like that. That is disproportionate consequence. Maybe all you need to do is um, get them to pamper you, get them to do some extra favors for behaving in a rude manner with you, or so on and so forth. Go for a proportional consequence, do not go for a disproportionate consequence. So guys, this is how you go into anger in the right way. Hope this has helped, and thank you so much for being here with me today. And if you have any suggestions for me on what kind of videos you would like me to do, leave your comments below, and I will take these comments seriously, and I will be making up content in the relevant areas. And if you also want to get in touch with me, I'm leaving a form down below where you can leave me with your email IDs, and I will be sending you my newsletters and my ebooks that I keep writing, the free ebooks that I keep distributing so that I can benefit people. And then obviously I will also leave my phone number below so that you can call me if you need counseling or any other support as such. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay home. Bye-bye.